Hey, welcome back to the Baco Motorsports Power Hour. I'm Mike Griffith, and we are in the Bakersfield Speedway segment with Scott Schweitzer.
The fun can start. I'm here.
The fun can start.
I arrived.
We've been having a party without Scott beforehand, and Scott's here. You sent Aaron the last a couple times, and Aaron's pretty good.
Hey,
so he comes in here.
I think I got to be honest. I think Aaron messed up by telling me he likes doing the show because, I'm a busy man. I don't have assistants and plumbers and this and that, so I'm fixing all that. So you might see Aaron a little bit more because I'm always busy fixing something out there.
Yeah, you're out there. You've got a big piece of property to keep up.
26 acres out there, so yeah, it keeps me busy.
All except of one little square box that you don't do work on.
I don't touch the bathrooms. That's
So,
that's not my area.
Everything else you'll work on.
That's absolutely.
So you had some races out there on Saturday night. How did that go?
Went well. Went good. We had the the return of the Western Race Saver sprint cars, wing sprint cars. They made their second appearance. So 11 cars, which, people are like, car count was a little low. But, they average 15, 16 cars wherever they go. So we were happy to have them. They put on a great show. They're a really affordable group for a promoter. So,
is that like a 360 ring car?
Same chassis. I may sound a little bit off here, but because I'm not real into the technical stuff. But it's a sealed motor package that they have to buy from somewhere.
Right.
So everybody's got the same motor. I think it's a 305 injected 305 motor. But yeah, the chassis wise, I believe it's the same as a 360 sprint car with the wing on it and everything. And man, they get around. They were getting around in mid 12 seconds. In hot laps and qualifying as the track slowed down and got slick and wider. They slowed down a little bit. But, man, they put on a great show.
Well, that's a good deal. And are they going to be back again this year?
Yeah, we got them 2 more times. We have them 4
all
the times in 2017. The next time they come, August 5th, it's they help benefit cancer. One of the racers, Monty, is really behind the local Cancer Second Star to the Right Foundation. So they'll be coming back, doing a little bit of fundraising for that organization. So looking forward to August 5th.
That's a good deal. And you had out there, I think we've got some slides. Tom was there. His first stop before he went out to the drag strip because he just wasn't tired.
He's another busy guy.
I guess so. Drug his wife out there. I don't think Deanna was too happy about going out to Famosa.
Oh, Deanna went to Famosa, huh?
Yeah. I saw that Facebook post. One racetrack's not enough, apparently. Well, she wanted to ride home.
We'll just see if she goes again.
Yeah.
She may have went the first time. We'll see if
she had the sport mods out there, and this was early in the evening or the afternoon there, so nice shot by Tom. Pretty good car count there. And some wrong way sport mods. You don't want to be hitting these tractor tires. It's Jason Nation down there. It looks like he's about to nose into that.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about the tires. I'm not a big fan of the tires, but I'm also not a big fan of cars racing on the infield. And we can't go yellow every 2 laps and get him off the infield or penalize a guy. He's racing hard for second place, and then at the end of the night, the results, we moved him back 4 spots for racing on the infield. Unfortunately, we got to put a tire there on the infield, a few of them, to remind the guys, race on the racetrack, not on the infield, because it's a big advantage for them guys to get up on that infield. It loads the right rear of the car and helps them get around the corner a little bit better.
Yeah, so they could get up on the infield a little bit, but not all the way.
And then they drag the dry dirt out on the infield, creates dust. So I'm the bad guy. Coming from the earth-moving industry, I brought tires over. So
hey, the simple thing, don't hit them.
Hey, my theory is if you hit a tire, you're racing where you're not supposed to be racing. I don't have the tires on the racetrack.
There you go. 18 car of Chris McKellar, last year's champion, found his way to victory lane.
Yeah,
it's good. That is 4 wide there as we go. Billy Simpkins out there as well, and you can barely see the black car.
Yeah, great shot there by Tom. He always gets the great photos. When we talk about Facebook, people get on there and say it's a 1-lane racetrack, but I think that photo will dispute that. But it's good to see Chris McKellar. He told us in the beginning of the year he wasn't racing for points. And, man, he shows up on a Saturday night and lands it in victory lane. So still got it.
And a solid run for Billy. Second place for him. I think that's his best finish of the year. Nick Spainhoward, who's always tough, comes in 3rd. James Cecil 12th, and Lee Jensen there in a sport mod 5th. So
yeah, Lee Jensen hasn't raced a lot with us in the sport mod. I mean, he's chasing that sport mod tour, but for him to show up, he's got to start in the rear, and for him to come up and land a 5th place was a great showing by Lee, which he's a great driver. He's tough no matter what car he gets in.
Yeah. We have the mini stocks. You don't see too many trucks out there, but
No, I think this guy comes from Porterville, and it's always cool to see something different. And man, he gets around there pretty good in that pickup.
Yeah, and then we have the usual thing. It's a little going the wrong way here for Misty Warren, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, the 123 of Misty Warren.
And then some more side-by-side action in the mini stocks, which has been competitive this year. Familiar figure back in Victory Lane. Lonnie Spiller is on a roll again. So she's got her streak going and going to be tough.
Yeah, Lonnie's always tough, defending mini stock champion, and she's on that path to do it again. So it's going to be tough to beat her. She's on a roll. We do have some good competitors.
Yeah, the good finish by the 68 car of Carter Cherry. I think best finish of the year for that car. Steve Rourke in the 77. Going to get a win.
And that Carter Cherry, rookie driver, and he's only 14 years old. So
really,
here he's starting his first year in the mini stocks, and here we are halfway through the season. I mean, we're going to see that 68 car of Cherries in Victory Lane before too long and put on a great race.
Well, that's a good deal, knocking on the door, looking
absolutely.
for a win in that division. We had the hobby stocks out there, or American stocks.
Yeah, another good battle by the American stocks. The last 5-6 laps, we had the top 4 cars. You could have thrown a blanket over them. Didn't know what was going to happen. Dakota Brown was out in the lead, and Johnson's chasing him down, and it was just a great battle. And it turned out Tyler Johnson ended up second, and very clean race by those guys, and a great show.
And Dakota Brown with his daughter, it looks like they're in Victory Lane. So good for him. I like it when you bring the family down, and because you're taking the time away from the family. It takes a lot of sacrifices to get out there and race, and so
it's a big commitment. Big
commitment to do that. So good win for Dakota Brown there. Tyler Johnson, the 24 car, he's won 5 races, so he missed out on his 6th.
He's tough.
I think he's got 5.
He's got that car figured out.
James Coots in the 74, good run for him. Brandon Radcliffe, he's been running top 5 a lot there too. So
yeah, it's a good show by the American stocks.
Good show.
Stock cars, IMCA stock cars, they were back.
And as usual, you got about 8 or 9 of these guys.
Yeah, it's a growing class. It's a tough class. We have quite a few. We have a few here in town, but a lot of them are northern cars, so they got to travel down, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. So Steven Johnson actually was in Mike Hill's car. Mike's on vacation, so Steven jumped in the 59 and didn't skip a beat. I mean, he was very fast, car handled well, did a great job.
Once again, you got to love the family in the picture.
Yeah, we like to let we let the winners. We open the gate, get the family down there, and they have that picture, that special picture they'll have forever.
Stephen Johnson, the 59 car, Chad Johnson in the 111, Alan Mendez, Troy Petit, and Tyler Johnson in the 76. So a lot of Johnsons.
Yeah, Chad made a comment in the Victory Lane that he just needed one yellow flag, and I truly believe that. He was running strong. He just had to start a little bit deeper and just ran out of laps, and the car was working good. Chad's really got that car figured out and doing well in it, and if he would have got a yellow flag, bunched the field back up, might have been different. Would have been a good battle between the two Johnsons.
And here what you were talking about earlier, the Race Saver Sprints. This is from early in the night, a heat race, I would imagine. And you see, it looked like they were almost 4 wide in that, coming through that corner there.
Yeah, they put on a great show. It's an affordable way for sprint car racing, and the fans love the wings. And, I mean, with the wings, they just get around the track real fast. So it's an exciting show to see. And
as we say, you got to have some 3 wide here in this shot. You've got to be cost effective to race and try to keep some divisions going, because as a promoter, you see the cost just escalate from year to year on some of these divisions. So
yeah, it's really good to see that they come up with a division like this. It's really big back in the Midwest, and it's working its way out to the West Coast. So it's going to keep growing, and it'll be a good thing.
We've got the slide winners, Mike Schott with the win there. So, and they'll be back 2 more times.
Yeah,
Chris Enos, Bakersfield driver, came in 5th there.
Yeah, Chris did a great job. I got to give him a shout out. He was up there with his T-shirt gun, shooting shirts and handing out hero cards. And I mean, so this Race Saver, I mean, they're a good bunch of guys. So it's always cool when they show up to the track and do a lot for the fans and put on a great show.
And that's good. And you've got coming up this week, we've got the late models. They've this is only the 3rd race of the season for them, because it's been about every other month to start the year, and then they're going to go about every month. And this is the division that is probably at the low end of where they've been over the course of late models, which is a couple of decades in its current form, I guess.
Yeah.
And as often you'll see the roller coaster effect. Sometimes in divisions go up and down. We saw it with mini dwarfs,
Right.
not mini dwarfs, but mini stocks. Used to be 20, 25 cars, and it was getting down to 9, 10, 11. And then this year, all of a sudden,
Well, they're
20
back
cars.
up. Yeah. Yeah, late models are tough. We know it's expensive. These guys got a lot of money wrapped up in the engines. They're trying some different things with crate motors and different packages and stuff like that to help the division. Hasn't totally shaken down to see what's going to happen with it. But I'll tell you what, even though the counts are low, their last race will prove it. They put on a great show. I think one of the best late model races I've watched was Steve Drake and Cody Laney going, half the race.
They were side by side, and we got that video, I think, is on the Facebook page, on our Power Hour Facebook page in the video archives. If you go back there for that race, which was, I think, on June 3rd. So
Right. It's a
probably
great
around
race.
then, it was Steve Drake and Cody Laney just side by side, lap after lap. And so you forget that there's 7 or 8 cars out there
Right.
because, you can have a good race with single-digit cars. You can have a bad race with 22 cars.
Absolutely.
It's just how it unfolds on the night.
Yeah, and they put on a great race. So
They put it on there, and they're, of course, by the time October rolls around, you're going to see plenty of them out there for the October
yeah, as they
Classic.
start getting ready for the Bud Nationals. So you never know. They're kind of unpredictable. You could have a great field, could have a short field, but still they put on great racing at Bakersfield Speedway.
And we talked about that. Steve Drake with the win on the 6th, June 3rd. Cody Laney won the race in March. So those are your 2 winners so far this year. Also coming up, you got the hobby stocks, hard tops, NMRA 3/4 midgets,
Whew.
mini dwarfs, and the SoCal Enduro.
It's a lot of racing.
A busy night of racing. And the hard tops, I probably want to do a little feature on them. So I think I'm going to get out there and talk to some of the drivers. And the hard tops are kind of, they're this odd division. They're the kind of the cars from the 50s.
Yeah, the yesteryear, the cars that
Yesteryears,
started.
if
at
you
the
did,
Speedway, yeah.
I did a feature on Frank Seacrest, who's in the West Coast Hall of Fame. A couple months, he was inducted last month, I believe. And that's what he started in.
Right.
Was the hard tops, and they kind of look like the cars of yesteryear, but they're very racy.
Yeah, they definitely go out there to race. We've seen them upside down. They get into each other. They put on a great show. Great bunch of guys. They race them, maintain them. They work on them. They're a great group. So it's worth it to come out and see them.
They're out there just having fun.
Yeah.
So if you want to see a litlittle different, get out there. They used to be called the Okie Bowl hard tops.
Now they're
But,
the Bakersfield.
Now they're the Bakersfield hard
They
tops.
changed their
So-
names. So
there we go, because we can't. Okie Bowl probably had a negative connotation, but
maybe.
But anyway, a good division out there. So you're going to see the fastest cars you have on dirt in the late models, and you're going to see mini dwarfs and the 5 to 8 year olds on the same night. So pretty good night of racing, a little bit of something for everybody. So
Yeah, a big span. And also I wanted to say real quick, tonight, the truck race on dirt. Here's the chance to see on national television dirt racing. It's a big night tonight.
Eldora tonight, I think it starts at 6:30 our time. So
Right.
there you go.
Catch
7
it.
o'clock at Bakersfield Speedway. We'll see you next week.